So we're just sitting in my kitchen, and then she says, "Hands off my bananas!"
Bananas. Ugh. What's wrong?
I hear her.
What are you talking about?
Shh.
What happened?
She got us.
It's too late. We can't save them now.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. No.
We're too late.
No. Come on. Not yet. God, come on. No. It's time.
Welcome to the Transcript.
Hi, I'm Jake, and this is Diner, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And today we're going to take a look at the Northampton MA fast food places from around the world. Let's go.
Your chicken, my sir.
Thank you. This is the chicken, and we're going to do a taste test. Very good. Or should I say, bueno.
Hi, I'm Heidi.
And I'm Marissa.
And welcome to the Transcript.
This week, the Transcript looks into the hot chocolate run.
Secrets of the Valley makes its debut by looking into the dinosaur footprints.
Hallway Hot Takes does some fit checks.
And we check out the Disaster Relief Fund.
A former professor opened fire at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, killing 3 and injuring 1 before being killed by police. The motive, possibly linked to a job denial at the university, remains unclear. On Sunday, Palestinian advocates are planning a 25-mile march from Northampton to Springfield to urge Senators Warren and Markey for a ceasefire in Gaza. Around 150 participants will walk through several towns, aiming to show solidarity with affected Palestinians. I'm Eli Hirnandani, and thanks for watching.
Welcome back to Hallway Hot Takes, where we roam the hallways and ask the questions you're dying to know the answers to. Around the nation, it has become a popular trend for teachers to dress like their students. Last Friday, the NHS teachers took part in this trend. This week, we checked out some of their outfits.
Hola.
Salut.
This is Student Fit Check. Sasha, you're eating.
I'm eating?
You're eating. You're slaying. You're serving.
So I got, this is a sweatshirt from some obscure punk band. I have no idea where these pants are from, and Vans, of course.
I am going with the baggy pants look, some sneaks. I've got the layered look going on as well. And then the sweatshirt, open, off the shoulder, you know, the chill vibes. And my layered necklaces and the pods. And over there I have my titanium water bottle so that when it falls, it's like, boom! Yes, we both have our cell phones on us.
What's up, Mr. Gordon?
What's up?
So, can you walk us through your fit?
Well, you can see classic 3X black tee, classic. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, very local. Yeah. Nice jammies. We got a classic flannel here. Got shades. And I'm representing San Francisco with my hat right now. Well, right now I got a little Beyonce happening. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Representing the Renaissance, you know?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Finkel?
How you doing?
So, can you walk us through your fit?
Sure. First of all, we got the hoodie, oversized. Then we've got the sweats, and of course, the Crocs. That's about it. It's the attitude, though, you know?
Hi, my name is Michelle, and this is my fit today. This is my skeleton hoodie, and I wear this because we're all gonna die one day. And these are my pants. I think they're a really good fit on me. I got them from my kid's drawer. And these are actually some really nice shoes from Famous Footwear. Good bargain. And yeah, I probably should go back to class now before someone chases me.
Sup, bro? Fit check. Shoes, Uggs. Pants, Zara. T-shirt, Brandy. Hat, Carhartt. Headphones, all music.
Peace. Hope you love those outfits. Make sure to tune in next week for more Hallway Hot Takes.
Welcome to Secrets of the Valley, a new segment where we take a look at the many wonders of the Pioneer Valley that are right under our noses, that many haven't even discovered before. Right now, I'm standing on natural history dating back 200 million years. The East Hampton dinosaur footprints. Here, just along Route 5, you can find footprints formed in the Jurassic period, back when the Connecticut River was full of jungles and swamps. They are the first prints scientifically described ever. There are hundreds of different tracks on the site from at least 4 distinct different dinosaurs, with some being left by the earliest known dinosaurs ever. There are also a variety of other fossilized invertebrates, including fish and birds. Though, because no bones have ever been found on the site, we can't quite deduce which species made these prints.
I come to the dinosaur footprints a lot for a local field geology class that I teach in the fall, and then in the spring I usually teach oceanography. About 200 million years ago, there was a big lake or other slightly wet, calm body of water, and at some point we had a nice big expanse of wet mud that a lot of groups of dinosaurs walked around through.
Fossils that we can find at the East Hampton location and all over the Connecticut River Valley are called trace fossils, which means that it's not the original animal or plant that is preserved, rather an imprint of that plant or animal. The 4 most common species of dinosaur that we find tracks from at the East Hampton location include the Brontos and Growlitore, which were bipedal carnivorous dinosaurs, as well as the Anomopus and Autozoum, which were bipedal herbivorous dinosaurs.
Kind of broadly, the way that these have been preserved is we had deposition of 1 layer of mud, probably by that lake level rising a little bit. Then as it started to dry up a little bit, that mud was exposed, had dinosaurs walking through it, leaving footprints behind, and then the mud probably dried just enough that it was a little bit firmer texture before the next flood came through, deposited another layer of mud on top of that, and so that boundary between those 2 different textures of mud was enough that there's now distinct layers in the rock.
When you have a continental rift and you have 2 mountains on either side, you're going to have weathering on those mountains, which basically means that big chunks of rock are falling off, and as they fall off the mountains, they're getting smaller and smaller, and they're breaking up, and they're forming rivers, and water is running down the mountains, and it's carrying the rocks further down. If you start with a really large boulder coming off of a mountain and the water is weathering it and carrying it down all the way down to the valley, by the time it gets to the valley, you have a really fine silt or like clay. 200 million years ago, when the Connecticut River Valley was being formed, all those little silts were forming these big muddy areas in the valley. Around 2 million years ago, during the last glacial or ice age period on the Earth. The Laurentide ice sheet began at the North Pole and kind of creeped down to cover a lot of North America, was retreating. And as it was retreating, the water at the base of the glacier was melting a bit, seeping through the cracks in all of those rocks that had formed in the Connecticut River Valley, refreezing in those cracks, and then scooping up the bedrock and scraping it away. And that is how all of the sedimentary rocks from 200 million years ago were exposed at the surface.
One thing that is definitely unique about this site in particular is the fact that it's just fully open to the public to literally walk in the footprints of dinosaurs. Anywhere else in the world, you would find something like this had been collected and put into a museum, and we do have probably the best collection of dinosaur footprints in the world at the Benesky Museum at Amherst. We don't have that many actual fossils of dinosaurs in this area, but we have just huge amounts of these preserved footprints.
The track collection at the Benesky Museum is the largest collection of ichnology specimens in the world. We have on display the first ever evidence of dinosaurs in the fossil record. It was actually a track that was found by a 12-year-old boy in 1801. His name was Pliny Moody. He was working on his father's farm, plowing, and he came across what he thought looked like a bird footprint.
One of the things you normally can't see at all from fossils is the behavior of ancient animals. And one of the ways that this particular site and the footprints in the area in general have really benefited the study of paleontology is providing a record of that behavior. Like the fact that a lot of these footprints from different species of dinosaurs are all moving generally in the same direction. So we might be seeing evidence of ancient migrations or some other big movement of a lot of different animals all at once that, you know, we never would have known just from seeing where individuals have died over time.
Thanks so much for watching Secrets of the Valley. A big thank you to Luce Iden Ward and Adela Thompson Page for making this possible. If you're interested in seeing the footprints for yourself, you can find them off of Route 5 in Holyoke. Or, for a more curated collection, visit the Benesky Museum in Amherst College. To watch the full 8-minute version of Secrets of the Valley, find it on our YouTube channel, NHS Tech.
Last weekend marked the 20th annual Hot Chocolate Run. The event was started by nonprofit Safe Passage in 2004, supporting survivors of domestic violence. Today, the Hot Chocolate Run stands as the area's most successful annual fundraising event, providing crucial support to Safe Passage programs and services. This year, the 5K was able to raise over $780,000. We spoke to participants and organizers to learn more about the event and its importance.
This year I volunteered in the Hot Chocolate Run, but I have previously participated in it a lot. I think it's a great Western Mass community running event, and I think it brings people together of all ability levels, and it shows that like you can take running seriously or not seriously and still get a lot of benefit out of it. Volunteering was really cool. It was very different than running it in previous years. You know, usually I'm kind of head down, very focused at the event and focused on running as fast as I can and placing as well as I can, but volunteering allowed me to kind of take everything in and really like see what the Hot Chocolate Run has to offer and what the Western Mass running community is as a whole.
My parents invented the Hot Chocolate Run, so I've always been doing it for my entire life. I really like the organization that we fundraise for and stuff like that. It brings everyone together during the race. So many people do it, 6,000 people do it, and it's a great fundraiser.
The Hot Chocolate Run got started 20 years ago. The agency at the time faced a sudden, unexpected funding cut from the Department of Children and Families. And in response to that, the board knew that they needed to raise some money in order to, at the time, save the children's program. At this point, the Hot Chocolate Run's income is really embedded across the organization. There's not one program that doesn't benefit in some way from the Hot Chocolate Run proceeds. It allows us to do the things that government contracts won't support, like prevention, direct support to survivors if they need that. The website is full of information, some statistics, some ways that people can get involved throughout the year, and some activities that people can do virtually to actually increase their awareness. And then at the event, we have a group of volunteers called the Sticker Patrol that basically hands out stickers for people to wear that states for them why they're walking, why they're running. And we hope that that also starts a conversation about why it's important to think about the needs of children who've been exposed to domestic violence. How can you get involved in prevention? So we try to have that vibe available as part of the event. Our speakers generally talk about, what this community means and connecting it to the issues of domestic violence.
Thanks so much for watching. If you would like to support Safe Passage, visit their website at safepass.org and make sure to run in the Hot Chocolate Run next year.
Massachusetts is one of the few states in the country that does not have a permanent disaster relief fund, but after the recent summer flooding caused significant damage to many cities and towns in Massachusetts, State Senators Joe Comerford and Natalie Blais presented a bill that would establish a fund that would use extra money within the Massachusetts government to assist cities and towns hit by this flooding and other future incidences to help them get back on their feet. We spoke to Joe Comerford, Mayor of Northampton Gina Louise Ciara, as well as Conway Select Board Chairman Philip Cantor, whose town was impacted the most by the summer flooding, to get more information on this bill and what it could mean for the future of Massachusetts.
Right now, no obvious sustained support is available to communities. So they have two paths they can take. One is they can look for a federal disaster declaration, and they can happen, but they're hard. They have to meet a pretty high financial threshold, and they have to trigger a number of other ways of being during the disaster, which don't always happen. And there's a long time between looking for them and getting them. So the money is not very immediate.
The town of Conway was dramatically affected by the summer flooding. Our town was demolished. We have 64 miles of dirt roads. Every single one of them was seriously damaged. 29 miles were functionally destroyed. Basically, as a town, as a community, we rely 100% on whatever state aid and our own taxes, our own property taxes. And we have not received one penny from our state or federal government yet.
So in terms of what's happening in July, or what happened in July, I hope that the state is going to appropriate money for municipalities as part of a supplemental budget. So we'll have some money going to municipalities, hopefully pretty soon. Will it be the entire amount? No, but it'll be something. So this bill won't help people currently, or municipalities currently. It will, however, potentially help very much in the future. We know that we are going to have more and more natural disasters, and we know these extreme weather events are going to be more and more severe. So how it will help communities is that there'll be a dedicated source of revenue in the state of Massachusetts, administered by the Massachusetts Emergency Management folks, who right now can help respond, but they can't help repair and rebuild.
A bill like that would grant MEMA all this discretion to give grants out, but they all are based on income, relative income of a town. Because Conway has 1,700 residents, 6 families of whom are very financially blessed. But because the way that the state evaluates your relative community net worth, it's by taking all of the household income in your zip code and then averaging it. So if you have, in a small community, just a few real high worth taxpayers, it makes us look like we have a lot of money. We're a town with nothing, and like a lot of people that are really struggling. And that the way that it works, even though we have an excellent legislative team, that we love our state representative, we love our state senator, and the ones that work with us, they try, but it's so easy to ignore small rural towns for if you're running or if you hold a statewide office in this place, because there's no votes.
So be able to access funds that are administered by MEMA at the state level without having that federal declaration would be absolutely critical for not just municipalities like Northampton, municipalities across the Commonwealth, but also the bill that Senator Comerford and Representative Blais have put forward also would allow businesses, nonprofits, residents to apply for relief as well. So it would be really critical for not just cities and towns across the Commonwealth, but for individual families. You know, we had folks here in Northampton during those July storms that had significant flooding in their basements, and throughout Western Mass, there were some really truly terrible stories of residents who suffered significant damage. So to be able to get relief funding for an unexpected storm like that would be really, really remarkable and so helpful.
Thanks so much for watching. If you would like to learn more about this bill, visit the link below.
Cause all the girls are looking fine, but you're the only one on my mind. La-di-dee, la-da-da-doo, la-da-da-me, la-da-da-you. La-di-dee, la-da-da-doo, there's only me, there's only you. La-di-dee, la-da-da-doo.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to come to Northampton High School's improv troupe Functionlust
performance in the auditorium today at 7 p.m. in benefit of the Scarlet Sock Foundation.
Scarlet Sock Foundation helps underrepresented populations to increase exposure and access to social justice theater. See you next week.